Well, it's a beautiful morning. It's May 9th. Got a little snow last night. Right now I'm on my way down to the barn to take the food out of the Cornish cross chicken coop. And this afternoon we're going to process them, so I don't want them eaten for about 8 hours. So if you're interested in learning everything that I've learned after raising these chickens for a couple months, then stick around. I told you I'd be back, and here it is after work. Got the scalding pot set up over there, and stirring it up every now and then, checking the temperature. It's got about 20 more degrees to go. So I'm just going to go over this real quick. I got the butcher station, portable butcher station. If you want to see how I built this and how it works, I'll put a link to my other video at the end of this video. So basically what we've been doing is we've got 4 meat chickens, Cornish cross, and we had them inside the basement in a 4x4 box for until they got too big for it. They were getting too big, which happens really quick. So the purpose of this video is to just show you some options that we had to go through trying to keep up with these chickens while they were growing. We had them inside, they got too big really quick. We got them on March 15th. Today's May 9th. So almost 2 months old. And I was going to keep them around 60 days, but they're ready to go right now. There's no doubt about it. So we ran into the problem that the chickens were outgrowing the 4x4 box, and they were getting too big for inside. They stunk. They eat and crap, and that's it, like everybody says. So I'm going to go around this way and show you what our option was that we did. There were too small to go in this coop here with those chickens. We have 3 dual purpose egg layers, meat hens in there. And so what I ended up doing is I have a pile of pallets out here. I took those pallets and I made a makeshift coop right in this corner for them. These pallets. And that's double the size that they had. I got wood chips, straw in there. And I keep turning it over. It doesn't stink too bad. And that's where they've lived their life. At one point, I thought, well, I really would like it if I could get them outside. And it's been cold and snow, and you saw the snow this morning. So I have to put them into the other coop if they're going to be able to come out and be outside and also inside a warm coop at night. Well, when we put them into the coop, they ended up, the dual purpose chickens just started eating them right away, pecking right in their side, and they'd pull out feathers and eat them just like animals. I mean, pretty brutal. And I knew if I kept them there, they were going to continue to get pecked at, and they would open up and get raw, and then it's on from there. And you're raising meat chickens, you don't want a big hole in their side when you're butchering. So we took them back out of there, and the whole process took maybe 10-15 minutes before they just started getting nailed. So took them out and put them back in there. Talked about I'm going to get a window for right over here, and we also talked about possibly a run, but bring them outside from time to time, and in that coop they have zero interest in being outside. They don't, it's almost like they don't know how to scratch. I don't know if maybe they were put out when they were younger. They would, but it's not possible when there's snow on the ground. They have to be in. So I got them early this year. I wouldn't get them that early again next year. I have another batch coming, which leads me into what we did next. You can see this area kind of has some fresh cut trees and everything in it, and you saw this other coop. It's kind of dark. I am getting ready to run wire for another light back here, plus the window will help. But this is the bigger coop. The next batch I get, there's going to be 15 of them. So let me walk over here. What we got going on is a 10 by 10 area screened in. They cannot fly this high. They're too fat. So that's plenty high for them. I think at some time I might add another brace across the top and come up another 8 feet, so that if we do have different chickens in here, egg layers that may be able to fly better, we'll keep them in instead of letting them out. Around the bottom, I'm still going to put a board that comes up about a foot, so that'll help keep all the straw and sawdust, all that stuff inside there, the shavings inside of it, and it won't get kicked out through the fencing. But this in here will come out, the pallets will come out after today, and we're done processing them, and then this whole area will become meat hen area, meat chicken area. I keep saying meat hen area, but so these poles are all from the back, and this is actually maple, and the maple trees, when they were growing right out here, these young ones especially being small like this, they just grew straight up, shot straight up, all long and spindly, just like some of these others. They just tried to get up and get to the light. We got a lot of pine that's dying and everything, so I used a lot of those logs for that. The pine actually has some disease going on with it. I'm not sure exactly what it is, but I try and get it before they die totally, so at least I can strip the bark and make them for poles for the garden fence or inside here. But I like the way the maple worked out. It's a lot of work though. Let me go back around the other end. That water's probably about ready. But it's a lot of work cutting the logs, drag them out. You have to strip the bark in the spring. It's the easiest. If you don't strip the bark, bugs are going to get into it, and if the bugs get into it, it's useless. The wood is worthless, so you want to get to it as soon as you can. Here's the rest of the logs here from that area out there. These will all get stripped down, used for fence posts in the garden. Going to fence that in better this year. We had just deer net on it, but so those are the things I do with the logs from the property, and the chicken coop, building the bigger coop inside. So I guess what I'm trying to say to everybody is make sure that if you're getting meat chickens, they grow so darn fast that you have thought of what you're going to do when the brooder is too small. And I got lucky. I've got a good area in the back there. I just needed to clean some crap out, put those pallets in there real quick. I was done in a day, and then I took my time and built the bigger coop around it for the next batch, and that's where we're at. So these meat chickens, if you're gonna raise meat chickens, if you want chickens for meat, dual purpose is okay. They do get pretty big, but my biggest dual purpose chicken when I processed them was just over 4 pounds. These chickens here, the smallest one live weight is 9.4, the biggest is 11.4. That was Saturday, 3-4 days ago, and I know they're bigger since then. So processed, they're going to be some big healthy chickens. So that's it. That's all. I'm going to go ahead and process these things. Tons of videos on processing chickens. I don't think you need to see mine. And after I'm all done, I will show you the finished product and weigh the bird, so you know the beginning weight, the end weight, what you can kind of expect, and let you know my thoughts on it then. Alright, catch you later. Alright, as promised, chickens are all done. The biggest one, 7 pounds, 12.1, 7 pounds, 11.5, 7 pounds, 10.5, and the small one is in the fridge, and it's in a brine right now until tomorrow afternoon, and then we'll cook that up. That one was just 6 pounds. Let me see here. I wrote it down. 6 pounds, 2.7 ounces. So that's what we got. Some really nice, healthy chickens. Alright, well, hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching.